troubles tide.
Good day everyone, and welcome to this special conversation. Today, we have the privilege of listening to a wonderful couple, Mr. Zakari Mamman and Mrs. Rahab Zakari, as they share their journey of love, commitment, and family life. Their story reflects the beauty of marriage, the strength found in unity, and the values that sustain a home through the years. As we begin, let us open our hearts to learn, to be inspired, and to appreciate the true meaning of lasting love and togetherness. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. So, how many years have you been married, and what would you say is your favorite thing about each other? I'll start with you, ma'am. How many years have you been married for?
We are 24 years now.
24 years.
By December.
Wow.
14th will be 24 years.
We both look younger.
That is the will of God.
So, what is the favorite thing? What favorite thing you love about your husband?
I love my husband because he's a committed man. He's always reserved. Yes. He don't work with people anyhow. He has a kind of people he works with, friends he works with. And when it is time for him to be at home, if he's not at home at 8, then there must be something holding him. Even if he don't stay alone, that's one good thing and another thing.
So, when you said committed, what do you mean by that, ma'am?
As in the family, his responsibility, he takes them squarely. Yes.
So, sir, over to you. What is one thing you love about your wife?
Business. Even my shoe, if I keep it anyhow, I know that I'm going to receive some back. I used to ask what is the difference between me and my children in the aspect of influence. Yes. Whenever something goes wrong, datiness, if she's there, sometimes she has been in school. The moment I come back, I will not feel the house. So later I say, yeah, she's not there. We'll manage whatever it is, then I have to take responsibility of that. Through that, I learn how to sweep the compound too. As usual, women, they don't know how to nag. So the moment she's going to do it, she's going to nag on it. So to avoid that, I have to key in. So weakness is one of the things I know about her.
Beautiful. So, what has kept your marriage stronger over the years? What has kept your marriage stronger over the years? What's the secret now?
Understanding and patience. We have been understanding one another and patient. Whatever comes our way, we treat it squarely and then we agree, and the life goes on.
So, over to you, sir. What is the secret behind a long-lasting marriage?
I think I have only one word to say: forgiveness.
So you say forgiveness
is the key. In any marriage, if there's no forgiveness, I don't think that marriage can go a long way. Because it's two people coming together from different backgrounds. So if there's no forgiveness, then I think we will not be together. So forgiveness is the key to lasting marriage and relationship.
Beautiful. If you could relive one moment from your marriage, what would it be and why?
Do you understand?
If you will relive, yes, from your marriage, what would that be and why? If you remove something like from your marriage, what would that be?
As in removing, if I should remove love out of my marriage and doing what is expected of me, then I'm sure that marriage will not work well. Because I in terms of children, just as you just said, children, taking care of children, trying to make things move well in the family. If a woman is not there for that, then everything is finished. Everything is finished.
What about you, sir?
Yeah, I think if you remove understanding, that will be no relationship. If today we remove or I remove understanding within ourselves in that marriage, then that marriage will not be there again. You need to understand yourselves, just as I said at that time, and forgive. So that time you remove understanding, then that's going to be issues in the marriage.
So let's move to the next part. If there's one thing you are asked to remove from your marriage, like what my wife sitting here with you, ma, what would that be? Seems like your wife's perfect.
There's no marriage that is perfect. In fact, I'm just trying to, I want my marriage to work. I just want I don't have any negative thing about my marriage. All I want is let it work. And by the special grace of God, things are moving. There's no challenges. There's no how we don't have challenges. There are challenges. But we must make the marriage work. So I'm trying to make it work. So I don't see reason of, I don't think there's anything I will pull out, that will make the marriage not to work. I want it to work. I want it to work. Yes.
Has living with your parents ever caused misunderstanding between you two? Living with your parents.
As in,
Mama, Papa, has it caused any misunderstanding? If yes, how did you resolve it?
Okay.
She will look at me because she's the one that comes. I think what I have to say there is one thing about marriage is commitment, openness. Build it with open mind. I think before we got married, I told my wife that I'm going to stay with my parents. It's one of our agreements from day one. And behold, I think for this number of 24 years, I have not had one of my happiest moments is that I have never found home to hear that my wife and my parents have misunderstanding. That is one thing I credited my wife with. So that's why whatever she will do to me, I look at it the other way around. If she will be able to stay with my parent confidently, happily, then what is it that I cannot stay with her? Because there's this saying that people or preachers used to say, I think our Lord Bishop used to say, they said, if you are looking for a wife, they will ask you, is your mother alive? And the moment you said yes, they said, bye-bye. Because they believe they cannot stay with them. But for the past 24 years, we are together sincerely. My wife and my parents has never had any issue. Even concerning me about their well-being, the same thing. I think I used to eat outside. So a friend of mine asked me, why are you eating outside? I said, well, my wife has been committed to my parents. In the morning she cooked for them, and what she's going to cook will serve as lunch. So by the time I eat it as breakfast, I must look for lunch somewhere else. So it's not a problem to us that she's able to understand the family. So that's why maybe when you ask, she's looking at me if I have anything to say about that aspect.
And I love staying with them. Because from reception, my mother didn't tell me or didn't train me that if you want to marry, you must not stay with your in-laws. No, that thing has not been inculcated into me. So I took them as my parents. So whatever I know I can't do to my parents, so I should not do it to my husband's parents. I took them as my parents too. And they have been there with me, has been helpful to me. Because all this while I've been going to school, it's not because of them. I know I cannot leave my children, like who will I leave my children with? But they are being around, that's why I always pray to God. They should always be there. Even though the death will come, there's going to be death, but let me wait until I finish my studies. Because they are being there for me. It covers a lot of things. covers a lot of things. You know, children of these days, you know, when they don't see anybody that will scold them, or an eye that is will put eye on them or watch them, you know, they do things anyhow, but basically being with them, I'm comfortable, I'm happy. I can go to anywhere and come back and meet my children. Yeah.
So if one agreement, disagreement arises, how do you usually resolve them? Do you involve your in-laws? Do you involve mama and papa? When you are your husband, you get small parent. Do you involve them?
That is a wonderful question. You know, when we are getting married, in the marriage class, they told us we should learn how to resolve issue in your marital home. And they said your sponsors are the right people you are supposed to take your problems to. But my sponsor will never tell you that I ever called her. Never my in-law. We are in the same house, but we have serious issue, but they will never know. It's all between me and you. Because I never, second because I have issue with my husband, then I will not cook, I will not do this, I will not do that for his better. No. I take the way by turns. I continue, we will do it, I will resolve it. The right time that we are supposed to resolve, we will resolve it. I know at times, you know, we have misunderstanding to take on some days to settle. But they will never know. They will never know. We might not even greet. Everybody will pass, but mama and papa, they will never know. They will know what is happening. So I've never involved them. I've never involved. Even though mama is too observant, she might know, but she will not, you know, want to. Except if you tell her, and I've never told them this is what my husband had done, or my husband had told them this is what I have done. No. That is how we manage ourselves up to this day.
That's beautiful. What are the biggest blessings of living with your parents? The biggest blessing of mama and papa staying with you too.
Yeah, I think it's a real blessing. Because there's this saying that what an old man sees, even if the young boy climbs a mountain with 3 years, not going to see it. I think it is when we are advancing in age that we know that there are some things, the way they will say it, it may be a casual something just like that. And by the time you listen, you goes out sometimes, you find out, what these old people are saying is this. My mother used to say, if you go out, if you are driving out from leaving the house with the car, she said, you are the only one seeing. Any other person that is inside is not seen. So know that there's no right of road. So the moment I'm driving, somebody cross, I'll say, this woman said, I'm the only one seeing. So I have to be observant because that right I will be claiming may not be what that person is claiming there. So the thing is that their words, their advice, we used to have family prayers all together. And the moment that time reaches, if you are not there, you hear a call. Family prayer time is about to start. And I think the old man is the one that reminds everybody's birthday. The moment after the morning prayer of anybody's birthday, the next thing you say, happy birthday. That's it. So that then we have that today's our birthday, family. So staying with them is a blessing because there are a lot of advices. Some things you come back frustrated by the time you relate, they really laugh. If something has been so challenging, by the time you sit down with them, start narrating some things, giving you some examples, you now find out that it's something you can quickly overcome.
What values from your parents do you hope to pass on to your children? What are the things your parents do that you hope to pass on to your children?
To me, number one is self-discipline. Self-discipline. And going into principles of sincerity and integrity. Because many places the Bible just said, Mr. Outward, praise by this families, really learn one thing or the other. Most of the principals that are now, some of them are my age mates. The one we discussed was I learned social thing from your father when he was in principal. Even in their first facility, they used to ask that if it's true at this time, this wouldn't have been a problem. So even in my working place, in my home too, the moment some things are going, I'm not asking myself, what legacy am I leaving? Am I following the footsteps of them or not? So that brings me back to my senses to see that I also have the same thing. I don't want to disgrace the family anywhere. So I also pray the children, I always tell the children, wherever you go, make sure the name of the family is first before any other things. So don't disgrace the family. So they didn't disgrace the family. We are following up, and the same thing we try to tell the children that they should keep the family name and its way continues.
And Mama is someone who is so hardworking. I always love her zeal for hardworking. As Mama is as old as she is, she goes to the market to buy things for her shop. Even if you go to the market to buy things for her, she will look at it as if they cheat you. So she wants to, every time she wants to open, if not now that she's advancing and she doesn't want to be opening shop early as 7:30 she will open her shop. And she has this farm where she farm local food. People come there to buy all these zola and other things, You see how with her stick, she's always if I try to hurry to get something, she don't depend. So those things we want to inculcate them to our children. Be contented, be serious, and hardworking. Because there's nothing someone else will give you that will belong to you, but yours is yours. So you must emulate the right thing. So to be with them there's nothing bad.
What is one tradition in your home that you deeply cherish? The one thing you do in your home that is just like a tradition to all of you.
Is that prayers?
So you pray every day?
Every day, morning, night. Morning, night. At times we do our divine mercy together too. Especially with the children. At times we read the Bible together, we discuss, we share. Everybody will share on his own understanding. And that prayer time, that time for prayer, you must be there. In the morning, at times Baba will come and knock. When we didn't know we slept off. You come and knock at the door, call the names of the children, call your parents, you come for prayers. We must go to their parlor and sit down and pray together. So I cherish that, and that thing has been in the children. It has been part of us wherever we go, except if that thing is going beyond that time, then we say they will not be able to come and they will just do the prayer. But if not, we are always praying together. Prayers. That is one thing I cherish most in the families.
Yeah, the tradition, just as you said, is a religious commitment. The Sundays come, if everybody is going to church, then there's a problem. Unless it's sickness, if not, we want to ask. I think even the elder children that are in the high institution of learning, I think that's the first question on Sundays. Did you go to church? What are your plans for church tomorrow, Sunday, and the rest of it? So prayers and commitment to religious activities is one of the traditions in the family. Despite the prayers we have here, like we had devotion, I think 2 days for that is 27, 28, the old man started telling us everybody should get his rosary, we had devotion. And that very day, the started. That's why the church components to the family.
Devotion.
So the thing is, who is more strict when it comes to family rules?
Strict. We don't take the children to think it's a lay down, just as you say, tradition. during the hot season now, we all sleep in the parlor with the children. So as they arrange themselves, I had when the younger one was asking the senior one that tomorrow if you want to sleep, you should sleep the other side. Because if Papa come to wake you, the beat you are going to receive is too much, so you have to come and test that. I think almost everybody is strict in that, right from the parents downward to us. Everybody is strict. Nobody, if there is more, just anything. I think we're all strict, sincerely. We're all strict because the children used to say they don't even know who they will lean on. No, my wife said they always lean on me because of my own method of advices on the rest of it. But approaches differs, but the strictness is there. But the more approaches we go on with differs from both of us, even grandparents of the children, because sometimes we report where is social person going, or did she take permission before she came, because she told us she's moving to go and see a friend. She take permission from you people, then we say hand the phone to her. You have to ask where are you doing. So because maybe they want to take advantage of the grandparents now they're around and we are not around, so they want to take that advantage. So that all increase. They said they want to go to social place, they take permission from you. So permission is the strictness is all, so it's part of the tradition.
So now, what is one habit about your spouse that you detest? One thing your husband will do you like at all?
The way we eat. At times I will tell him, I say, this one that you are eating like this, if they carry you to US, I'm sure you will not disgrace us there. The way you chew everywhere, you'll be hearing it very fast. So I try to tell him, this thing is irritating me. The children say, Mommy, just leave him. I said, I am the one to correct him. But the time he is used to it, you cannot eat without chewing like making noise. So I consider and I understand with him. So whenever he says, I just make a caricature of you, I this one that you are eating like, all of us will start laughing. So those are the things that when he does, if he starts eating, it will be irritating me. So I must talk. Yes, I must. He knows I must talk. I thought that we used to do it occasionally so that I will get so that I will talk. So
to your wife, she does that. Not to you.
Yeah, like what she said, I habit of eating and fasting. The moment I come before, the name I meet them eating before you eat. So what do you expect from somebody that eats fast to finish up? Well, I think I will use the word like in go.
That's everyone's answer.
Marrying something that you can easily correct. It must go beyond the necessary time, because even the children, when she's in school, if she come back, they will say, yes, Mommy is back. The other day I was in my room, I had them. They say, Mommy, as she come back, now everybody in the and they have one that can challenge. Our third child, she's bold, can challenge no matter how. So sometimes we have to continue schooling. You are doing it to the family, one day you are going to do it outside the family, and then it affects you. Because the moment you search in there, money is too much. Why not keep quiet? I think there's something last 2 years Christmas when the whole family came on break. She brought an issue that they should say something about, let's come and say something about ourselves. And the one in Abuja said, Mommy, it is you that said we should say it. She said, let's say it. She repeated, you see, we should say everything. Then the lesson they said is, you talk too much. That is the language. That's something that we are intending to just say it once. Wash plates. And we are going to wash the plate, but we may want to do other things before we come to wash the plates. But the moment she said wash plates, she wants immediately they should stand up and start washing plates. Or maybe when she call, she wants them to stop whatever they are doing and start calling. Sometimes I may be the one that sent for something. And but then she now calls, she expects them to call. But when they are with me, she'll start nagging now. I call them, but you refuse them to call. Not knowing that maybe we are discussing something or giving instruction or I want them to do something. So that is the word that nagging. Because you believe somebody is not doing what you want, then you react to it. So if there's anything sincerely about my wife that I always look that she pick things and start reacting.
So correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of mothers, career-wise, they want their wife to be under the radar. Coming to you, you allow your wife to go to school to further her education. How does that make you feel, sir?
Yeah, I think just as I said from the beginning of marriage, depends on how you do it. Either consciously or unconsciously. I will use the word. Some of the experience or knowledge that I worked on before getting married is being in the youth. When we are leaders in the youth, we always go for programs of marriage. We are not married, but we want to hear talks from people that have gotten married, and experience and experience. And we got to find out that if you start with facts, establish truth of how you want the family to be. Don't hide it. Don't expect you can change the person after marriage. No, let the person know if he can change by himself. So when I got the issue before we got married, knowing that if I marry you, I can say you should not work with me. She said, you let me work, I will continue working. So that's why even if I said this, she said she wants to go to school. That's something I can do because she has watched her career. I only gave encouragement. And I gave her the advantages and the disadvantages of it. I think after her first diploma, she wants to go for HND. I said no. I am also part of those that undergo through HND. But at the end of the day, the problem between HND and first degree is there, no matter how. So instead of going for HND, please go for first degree. And she enrolled, and I think this guide and the rest of it extended the program. So she always tells me that you are the one that said I should go for first degree. I said, okay, you should see the advantage. I'm able to have masters now. I have to also tell her, look, you have to go for masters. And just as I said, we learn from other families. I think there are some families I always consult the elderly ones within our institutions. And I found out the husband always pushes the wife. Always pushes the wife. So I now look at it that if this man pushes his wife to have an IB, the same thing. That was our former bookshop manager of the former federal education. I think they are all the time. The woman used to tell me, Zakari has a money. He said, if not for my husband. So I always look at it. If this man has been divorced, one day let my wife say, if not for my husband. So that's why I have to continue giving her that courage.
So what advice do you have to viewers out there who do not want their wife to be a career woman? What advice do you want and do you have for them, sir?
Yeah, I think the advice I will have there is depends on the woman. Sincerely yours. Because if there is that trust built by the woman to the man, definitely it's not going to be a problem. Because as you just said, not we used to interact within ourselves. I think shortly this afternoon I passed through somebody's shop. He was telling me that he was discussing among themselves there. So I just came to this thing. He was married for some time. He now picked up second wife. Without the knowledge of his family even, that they just met as students of the picked up. That means there's issue from the beginning. Maybe the woman is not trusted. There was be something that will make the man not to sincerely, ordinarily, if everything goes well. That's not only I don't want his wife to be successful because she's going to whatever she got is going to be wrong to the family, either as concerning the children or solving one issue all the other. So I always look at that is probably as an issue between husband and the wife, and that comes from it. Because it depends on how you treat your husband. If I used to tell my wife, I say, if there's issue in this family, you cause it. Because if there's peace in this family, you cause it. If there's no peace, you cause it. Because you like fast us through whatever we are going to do. And that's the advice I want to give. The family should be sincere to one another. The woman should be committed to the family, and definitely she can win her husband to allow her for whatever she wants to do.
When was the last time you gifted your wife?
I give.
Gifted your wife? You buy her gift. When was the last time, sir?
I think this thing used to come to us as you. I think there was a program also in the church with the CWA people.
Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Father's Day.
And the same question was asked that when last did your wife give you a gift like that? That morning of that day, I just wake up, she gave me a t-shirt.
Beautiful.
So when it comes to that question like that, why I'm saying the same thing there is that the last time she went to school, I think it was February. I went out within a colleague, I saw a shoe. I just looked at that shoe, I said, this will fit her. I bought it and kept it in my office because my children and her almost have the same size. They just go to her room, take the shoes they want to wear until they get outside, then they wear it and go to church. And when they come back, they will just take it. For someone else, sometimes they used to be careless that they will keep it there. So I used to tell her, I said, if you steal your mother's shoe, return it as you, but sometimes they will just leave it there when she comes back and see it as usual. You know she can laugh, so she'll start talking. So as for you, sincerely, I think it should be in February. As she come back, I present a pair of shoe for her. So it's not quite long. So that's why I used to say, probably when such things are coming to us, God used to give us a good privileged information to do that in order.
When was the last time you gifted your husband, ma?
I didn't cook food for him. It's a gift.
No, that's not a gift. That's your wife's gift. I mean a gift in the market. You have a specific thing for him, just for him. Yes, that's what I mean, ma.
It's been a while. It's been a while, but I'm thinking of doing that too. Yes.
What's your wife's favorite food?
I think what she likes most, whatever you're going to cook, if there's fish inside, her favorite, what she likes the most is about fish, then rice. So if there's anything, I mean that she can rice at home, then 1 to 3 days, fish has to be available. I think she's got the red fish. So for fish.
Over to you, ma. What's your husband's favorite food?
That rice you are still.
Are you serious? So not all men love swallow.
Especially him. He loves white rice and stew. Kontagora one of his favorites because he doesn't take beer. He doesn't take the soft drink because he's addicted to some of the drinks, so he doesn't take. But Kontagora rice, most especially on Sundays. He will tell us Sundays rice. Oh yeah, we must prepare rice, whether jollof rice, even prepare white rice and stew. Yes, and that is favorite food.
And just like that, we've come to the end of this beautiful conversation. Yes, and still counting. Proof that love, when nurtured well, truly lasts. Thank you to our lovely couple for sharing, and thank you for listening. Let's keep loving, learning, and growing. See you next time.
Couple